just did like my annual Nespresso restock. Nespresso gets me with all of their free stuff, where if you order a bunch of sleeves at once, you get free samples, you get free items, and whatever it was this time, I had to show you because it's super, super cute. Oh, it's big too. I was expecting a mini tote. Coffee vibes. This is so great for the beach. I think it's been 10 years since I've gotten a tattoo that was wrapped like this and not with Sanoderm. Oh, I know. It's been even longer since I trusted another artist to do some tattoos. Yeah, it was tough. I got over the hurdle today. And I'm not used to having to unwrap it day of getting, because Sanoderm, you just leave it on for a few days. I wish it was Sanoderm. Change is so freaking hard. Tattoo number 1 reveal. Stop, she's perfect. She's so cute. Tattoo number 1. It's hard being in a state of constant evolving, especially when you get attached to a certain version of you. I am so obsessed. So I did something that I said I would never ever ever do, and I got song lyrics, because ever since I was like a teenager, I just knew that was like a bad idea. Even though the song lyrics that I wanted at 15, I think I would still be okay if I got here on my wrist. I wanted the chorus of Skinny Love. So hard to like not show you my arm at a tilted angle. You're on your own, kid. And then from my POV, you can face this. Wasn't gonna vlog this morning, but I just got alcohol delivered to my door. This is from Tirage Wine Company. I hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial Day weekend. I was not planning to do anything, and then my family wanted to kayak and paddleboard around a lake, so we had a little lake day, and I'm tan and I'm sore from paddleboarding. Okay, slay. I got 6 new cans of wine to try. We got some bubbly whites. Oh, these will be perfect for the pool, which is now officially open. Oh, this one is called Beach Day, and these are bubbly rosé. This is actually perfect because I do not have a lot of alcohol in my house right now, but the universe always provides. Update, my family came over the other day and did some house errands and things that I just needed help with that I have been wanting to do in this house for months. The first one was fix my ice maker, because that thing had been broken since like February. I was using like the cube tray ice, but it's just not the same. My dad also installed a new security camera, and then he helped me hang this gorgeous curtain, which everyone says it looks crooked, and I agreed when we put this up. I was like, why does my brain feel like that's not straight? We measured it. Every single bracket is exactly 16 inches from the top and exactly 9.75 inches from the bottom. So somehow it is even both ways. I don't know. Maybe we were thinking maybe it's the way the light is creating a diagonal. I don't know, but I swear to God it's straight, because I am definitely type A and had to check a billion times. But how gorgeous is this little and like whimsy sheer vintage floral curtain? I found this at the bins. Isn't that insane? I was going to sell it on Depop when I thought it was a tablecloth, and then once I got it home and washed it and like laid it out, I was like, oh my God, no, this is a gorgeous vintage curtain. I also really love adding things that add movement to your house. So movement being when the windows and the sliding screen door are open, these beads will like gently be moving, and now this curtain will gently be swaying, and it just adds so much life to this home. I am absolutely obsessed with it. I think it makes my home look more feminine and me and girly. Oh, and the girls got some new catnip toys from the TikTok shop that a seller sent over, and Luna loves it. Don't you love it? You're so cute. You love your new catnip? Yes. Hi, sweetie. Well, Angel. I have one book left in May that I would love to read before the month is over. I've read my memoir. I've read all the books I want to read. The one thing that I haven't read yet that I need to read is the arc for the month. So if it is the last thing I do this week, I am reading The May House by Gillian Cantor. And if I don't read this in May, I'm not going to want to pick it up until next May. So I have to read it now. That is my one task this week. which is such a lie because I have such a busy week and I have a giant weekend ahead of me. One of my really good friends is getting married and I'm in the wedding. I have the rehearsal dinner on Friday. We've got the actual wedding Saturday and then like a post-wedding brunch on Sunday. Go, 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 bus, club, another club. And then there's so much prep. This sounds so stupid when I say like there's so much prep before the weekend because literally it's me getting my nails done, but also I need to do that as a bridesmaid. I'm not showing up with outgrown white nails to her wedding, absolutely not. And then I'm getting my hair done for the rehearsal dinner so that it's blown out for the actual wedding, but we are getting hair and makeup done at the wedding venue day of. I have my eyelash appointment. Like, it's just stupid. Like, it just sounds like stupid influencer stuff when it's like, I have such a busy week. Friday, no boo. But like, I do have a busy week for me because I'm usually not someone that prioritizes like nails and stuff like that. That's my last week of May. But when I'm not doing all that stuff, I'm reading. Today, which is so exciting. This is not a paid ad, but HelloFresh did send over some meals for me this week, which, as you know, I was just talking about how busy the last week of May is going to be. Also, I'm in the same sweatshirt as yesterday because I only wore it for like 40 minutes in the morning, but completely different pajama set that I went to sleep in last night, I promise. Not only did they send over meals for the week, I have an affiliate code. If you use my promo code, you get 10 free meals. That's crazy. Plus free breakfast for life. Is that for real? That's what the email says. It literally says use my code HF1045 for up to 10 free meals and free breakfast for life. So use my code for some free food, but let's see what they sent over for the week. I don't think I've ever worked with HelloFresh before. Like, they've never sent me food. I worked with like their other meal kit companies that they own, but HelloFresh, I don't think I have. So excited! I did do all the vegan vegetarian meals because I'm vegetarian, but they combine vegan and vegetarian together. I mean, it should still be good. It looks like we got vegan mushroom French dip as well as vegan beans and green stuffed peppers. Heck yes. Whoa, everything is wrapped so well. Oh my God, this is amazing. Wow, I'm feeling spoiled today. Thank you, HelloFresh. All of those, I feel like I just meal prepped. Okay, next box. Thank you, HelloFresh. Again, don't forget to use my coupon code for 10 free meals and free breakfast for life.
Yeah, or also just like usually I'm deceased me. Oh no, I've actually asked him, I said,
Well, it is officially my favorite month. It is June 2nd when I'm sitting down to film, meaning we need to talk about the books that I read in May, and it was such a wonderful reading month, so I cannot wait to get into these. I have a handful of 5 stars and a bunch of recommendations that I think I would recommend to honestly any type of reader, so you know it's gonna be a good month. At the end or start of a new month, I feel like I'm starting to say that like the last previous month was the best month so far. Like, I felt like April was a really great month, and now I'm able to say May has been the best month so far in 2026, and it's just getting better and better. I also just got out of my therapy session like 20 minutes ago, and at the end of it, she was saying that she can tell I'm doing a lot better than when we first started talking again a couple of months ago. Which, even though I can't really recognize that, or it doesn't feel that way to me, it's really reassuring to hear from someone that has known me more than half my life, basically. And May has been such a blessing, and I'm in a really good place. So it was also so fun. Like, one of my good friends got married. I was a bridesmaid. Yeah, it was in May I got tattoos. I got 3 new tattoos. I booked 4 more. Had a lot of crazy what are the chances moments happen. Things out of my control, but still things that have happened that have just been great. Sorry to be so vague. Anyway, we are here for books. I'm gonna talk about all the books I read in May, and then behind me, I actually just filmed this for TikTok, which is why the pile is there, but I have my June TBR as well, and if I thought the books in May are good, I feel like my TBR stack is even better, so I can't wait to talk about that. Depending on when this video comes out too, if the giveaway is still going on, I'm doing a giveaway with Dutton Publishing over on Instagram and TikTok, I believe, or maybe it's just Instagram. If you want to win a copy of The View from Lake Como, check it out. If the giveaway has closed, I'm so sorry that you missed it. A reminder to be following me on my other socials so that the next time something like that is going on, you won't miss it. Anyway, I think this is mostly in chronological order. I started the month off reading Mary Kubica's The Good Girl. I had no idea that this took place mostly in Minnesota in Grand Marais, so if you're looking for more local books in Minnesota, this one definitely qualifies. There were a couple of things in here that I was very surprised to see, and I won't get into it here, but on my Goodreads account, I definitely mentioned, like, am I the only one that thought this was like incredibly full of like these types of undertones? But I didn't know if it was just me. I mean, clearly it wasn't just me because a lot of the reviews said the same thing, but besides that, it was a good plot. There's just a couple of descriptions in here and stuff that like maybe she shouldn't have written back in 2014. That's all. I think I knocked it down a couple of review points or stars because of that. I read my first official like weird girl lit book that I've been wanting to read for a while in May. It's fairly popular and I finally just felt drawn to it. Big Swiss. Definitely look up the plot if you want to know more, because I don't think I'm going to explain a lot of it. It's definitely a book for the vibes too. Like, the plot is what the plot is, but you're mostly just in the mind of the main character, Greta, and her mind is so relatable but strange at the same time. A wild, wild book, but I talked about it on my book platforms, the things that stuck with me the most. Big Swiss asks Greta, what is one thing in life that you forgot to do when you were younger? And Greta says, tattoos. I forgot to get tattoos. Oh boy, I literally felt like I sat up in bed when I read that and immediately found myself at a tattoo shop the next morning. Anyway, I have this cute little dainty heart on my hand now. I got You're on Your Own Kid lyrics on my wrist. It looks crooked, but like if my hand was flat like this, it's straight on, so it bothers me a little bit, but if you get a wrist tattoo, it will never look straight. The way that our bones are, everything is like a cylinder. And then I got Gemini on the back. The biggest thing that I got out of Big Swiss is get more tattoos while you're young. I would rather have so many more years like with these tattoos on my body that I want than be 45 years old like Greta and say that I wish I got more tattoos. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on Big Swiss because I was kind of mid about it. I graded it 3.75 stars. Next book that I read was a new release by Jennifer Dugan. It's called Anderson and Bloom, and this is a sapphic second chance romance between two childhood co-stars, except one of them now lives in a small town and runs a floral shop, and her first GF, love, is writing a memoir, and she needs Anderson to like approve of what she's writing about because it's about her and like their time growing up and dating and stuff. This was really, really sweet. I really, really liked it. I am here for like second chance romances. I'm very into that trope right now. I think they're so sweet when they're done well, but I'm pretty sure I gave this a perfect rating of 5 stars because it was just so sweet and deserved it. Perfect for this time of year. Happy Pride. Moving on to the memoir and the arc that I read for May. I finally did it. I've been wanting to do this for a while and everyone has been encouraging me and recommending me to read it because they said that it would help. And I don't think that I could have read this a day sooner. I think it was perfect timing. It was a little bit challenging at times. Was it triggering? Yes. Were there some things that were hard to read, but I felt like I got a lot out of? Absolutely. If you have not read this next book yet, this is your sign to pick it up because I feel like I could have read this so much sooner and gotten different things out of it, but like I said, perfect timing. I'm glad I read it when I did. Dolly Alderton's Everything I Know About Love. As you can clearly see, I got a lot out of this. I tabbed a lot, highlighted, annotated. I even wrote a little note in pencil on the back, so that's how you know it's good. Let me see if there's anything worth saying. I don't think I knew what I was getting myself into when I started this book, but wow, thank you for finding me and saving me when I needed this. I am 30, turning 31 in less than a month. Oh yeah, it's getting too personal. Oh, this part. I too was in Italy when maybe I should have gotten married. I miss being 17 every day. Thank you for finding me. I bought this at Shakopee Goodwill, August 2025. Went through hell, September of 2025 through today, May 2026. Read May 2026 for the first time, and then I dated it. I obviously skipped a lot of personal stuff, but I think next time I pick this up, I want to write a note about like where I'm in life, because this is one of those books that I feel like you could read at age 20, 25, 30, 45, 55, like whatever age you find yourself at when you pick up this book, you will be getting something out of this. It was so stunning, so beautiful, so well written, so encapsulating of like what it means to feel and be 21 or 28 or turning 30 and feeling like the Grim Reaper is like at your birthday party. Like there were so many funny moments like that where I'm like, I remember feeling that way. The essays that I absolutely loved the most were Florence, for reasons that I wish I didn't have to relate to, but found myself relating to, and then really realized that I am Farley in this whole book. Her relationship, her timeline, the Italy thing, the breakup, her sister, every part of it, I was like, crap, that's my life. Yeah, Florence was definitely my favorite essay, Heartbreak Hotel, and then 30. Those are my top 3. Very curious what your top essays are if you've read this book, but like I said, I could not recommend this enough. And I'm so grateful for every single woman that encouraged me to pick that up and told me I need to read it, because you guys were all right. I read 2 memoirs in May because I actually also read Brooke Shields' Is Not Allowed to Get Old. I feel like I might have been actually too young to read this book, or I'm curious what I would get out of it if I read it later on in life, because it's obviously about like empty nesters, menopause, growing older, being almost 60. But I like Brooke Shields and I loved the documentary Pretty Babies, so it kind of goes off of that. But I think from a relatability stance, it'll be interesting if I decide to reread this later on. The arc for May was The May House, very fitting, by Gillian Cantor. This just came out in May, so if you see it at your local bookshop, I highly recommend picking it up. This is the arc copy. Obviously, this is the arc I read, but I have highlighted, annotated, tabbed a lot. I think I also wrote something in here toward the end, but oh, I found it so sweet, so precious. It follows 3 sisters from like teenagehood to basically middle-agehood, I think. I think they're like close to 50 by the end. It bounces between timelines a lot, and you see them kind of growing up and following their own path. And of course there's like a little bit of family secrets and whatnot, but it really is, I think, about growing up, coming of age, even well into adulthood, and the choices that we make, and then family and sisterhood. And it was beautiful. Takes place in San Diego. I absolutely loved it. I thought it was such a perfect like literary fiction piece that is based around sisters. I really loved Emily. I feel like I related the most to Julia, but my heart yearns for Emily. And I highly encourage you to read it. I loved it. I have 2 nonfiction self-help like therapy books. Actually, both of these books were recommended to me from my therapist. I read Mating in Captivity. I didn't get a lot out of it. I don't think it really applies to what I went through. Maybe a little bit, actually. I do like reading nonfiction books enough, and I will read anything that she recommends to me. So another book that she recommended to me, I'm actually still reading it. I talked a little bit about this last month, but now I only have like 100 pages left. It's a big book, and I'm trying to take my time because I am trying to like absorb everything that's in these pages, and I'm doing my best because like a lot of it is tabbed. That is Eastern Body, Western Mind. I've been recommending this book to a lot of people since reading it because it's so cool. It combines Eastern medicine, Eastern spirituality with Western psychology and development, child trauma, and all of that. So basically it's broken down per chakra, and each chakra represents a different part of childhood and the traumas that you go through during that, as well as like the growths and like development stages. So it's really cool combining these 2 types of like modern medicine and spirituality and what they represent to help with, from a therapy-based perspective too. I am on chakra 5 right now, and I'm getting a lot out of it. It's so cool. I love it. So I'll probably talk a little bit about this at the end of June as well, since I'm about to finish it. And in my June TBR, I have a couple of more nonfiction books that I would like to read next. That's everything I read in May. It doesn't really feel like a lot, but I feel like I read a lot of pages in May. I have compiled a list of, I believe, 12 books that sound perfect for June. I love making these TBR lists. Am I going to read all 12 of these? I know that I will not be, but they're fun to make in the moment, and the books that I want to read and probably will read will be coming from this pile, but I have a feeling they will all be read for sure this summer. I just don't know about June for sure. I think this first book though is going to be my next read, and that is none other than Sunburn. What a perfect time of year to be reading this book. I feel like my heart has been yearning for this for so long. I bought this book back in January, and I've been waiting until June to read it. I've heard nothing but perfect things about it. I cannot wait. I also think Pictures of You by Emma Gray would be perfect to read in June. I don't think the plot itself is necessarily super summery, but the cover alone is giving June. So I really want to read that as well. I got that for my birthday last year, which happens to be in June, so I would like to read that soon. Since I did just read a book by Jennifer Dugan, The Anderson and Bloom, I want to read more of her books because I really did like her writing and storytelling, and I have a couple on my TBR list here already. So one that I already own is Some Girls Do, and this is a sapphic teen like YA book. It's gonna be a little YA romance, but perfect time of year for this as well. I mean, any time of year is perfect for sapphic reads, but Pride Month especially makes me want to read as many sapphic books as I can. This next book I have been waiting as well to read until June. For some reason, it is just like a June read in my mind. I think it came out last June as well because I remember being in Italy, seeing the UK cover of it and like wanting it so badly, but also waiting because I knew I had the hardcover coming. I think because I read Evelyn Hugo in the summer, I associate all of her books now to be summer reads. You probably see where this is going, and it's one that I know I'm going to love regardless. It's one of those things where I'm just like, when do I feel like I want to cry? And I guess the time now is June. I will be reading Atmosphere. I cannot wait. I know this is going to be an Infinity Star read already. I know I will love it just based on like, oh my god, what a beautiful, it's like, oh, I might start this book tonight. That's gonna be another one that I'm reading so soon as well. Also, last night or yesterday, we got updates on the adaptation for Evelyn Hugo, so I'm on a high. Anna Kendrick is directing it. I love her. So you just know it's gonna be good. I have a handful of thrillers that I think would be fun to read in June, starting with The Plunge, mostly for the cover and the artwork. It just gives such fun summer thriller vibes. It's also described as being a cult Euro chic thriller, which intrigues the heck out of me, and it's called the It Girl novel of the summer, so I have to see what this one is all about. I also have All the Little Houses by May Cobb. This is a thriller that takes place, I believe, in the 80s in Texas, and I really enjoyed the Hunting Wives TV show. I would like to read that book as well, but it's from the same author, so I think it'll be really, really fun. I think it's more of like a domestic thriller. This next thriller is also an arc, so I think I have two arcs to choose from that I am leaning toward for June. I might read Lisa Jewell, It Could Have Been Her, mostly because I think this is following a side character from Don't Let Him In and kind of going off of the plot of her last thriller that I read, so it would be interesting to see that. This one also comes out in June, so I'd like to read it around release day. Meet Me in the Garden, I just got this from the publisher Flatiron, and this is a beautiful sapphic love story. Vogue actually says it's a lesbian love story for the ages. Harper's Bazaar calls it a Carol for our times, and I loved Carol. I read that, The Price of Salt is the original name, so I read that a few years ago, so I'm very intrigued, and it just looks so stunningly beautiful. I want to read this immediately. I also have, I don't know if this one technically counts as a memoir. I might make it count depending on what I get to this month. An option is Like, Follow, Subscribe. This is following YouTube family vloggers. As a YouTuber, as someone that has watched a lot of their content and is very familiar with a lot of the families that will be mentioned in this, oh, I'm intrigued. I really want to read this and see what's going on, because it's about influencer kids and the cost of a childhood online. Another memoir that has been calling my name recently that so many people have recommended and have read that I think would be perfect for June is Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I don't know much about this other than that she is queer, I believe, or that this is queer. So that already made me feel like, okay, June, let's go lesbians. And then I have a couple of nonfiction therapy books that I think I'm going to read next. Like I said, and like you may have noticed, I'm always reading a handful of self-help, self-improvement, nonfiction, books like that. I consider these my morning reads, so in the morning I'll read a couple of chapters of these books, and then in the evenings I'll read like thrillers or a more fluffier fiction book in bed. But the first book that I think I'm going to read next once I finish Eastern Body, Western Mind, because I still have 100 pages left of that big book, but as soon as I'm done, I think I'm going to pick up Detached, mostly because a friend in my life recommended this to me and she said that she thinks it would help me. She said great things about it, and then the friends in her life that have read it have said great things about it. And honestly, like, if anyone recommends a book to me, it makes me just want to read it immediately because they thought of me and thought that I would like it. So then I need to read it to see why, if that makes sense. But if she thinks it would be good for me, I'm gonna try it. This next book I bought back in, I think, 2021. So sorry, I just got flashbacks to this time in my life, and they were not good, because based on the title, you're gonna realize you couldn't have been doing well if you bought this back then. But I haven't read it yet, but lately it's come up in conversation, and it feels like it's been glowing from my TBR stack on my nightstand. So when a book starts to do that, I know that it's time for me to read it. And that is Trauma Stewardship, an everyday guide to caring for the self while caring for others. And this is written by a trauma worker. I feel like this would probably help So might as well do that this month. But those are all the books that I would love to read in June. Those are all the books that I read in May. Thanks so much for watching. It's been a beautiful May, and oh boy, I cannot wait to see what is in store for June. Bye!